Hello, Apex TV. This is my last message to you before I travel back to the year 2033. I am recording this just before getting my things together and time traveling back to the future. By the time you're hearing this message, I will be back in the year 2033, which is the year I am naturally from. In my previous videos, I promised to answer your guys' questions. Apex TV sent me a bunch of your questions from the comments, and in this last recording, I'm going to answer them. I first want to address how one of my predictions have actually come true already. In my previous videos, I told you guys that 5G internet was coming and now it's actually here in some locations. In the future, 5G internet is available everywhere in the world, as well as 6G internet. You can go back and watch those previous videos if you don't believe me, because I am telling you the truth. I really am a time traveler from the year 2033. Now, I'm going to answer some of your questions. Siri Miri asks, Daryl, what is going to suddenly happen in 2019 that will take people off guard, and what month is it going to happen? Well, in December of 2019, there will be an increase in UFO sightings, which will frighten a lot of people. But don't worry, because there's nothing to be afraid of. The existence of intelligent extraterrestrials will be revealed to the public in the year 2028, and it unites the world. These aliens bring a lot of peace and prosperity, and they greatly help us as humans. The reason there is an increase in sightings in December of 2019 is because the aliens are checking in on humans to do routine checks and make sure everything is going good. Then, like I said, they will finally be revealed in August of 2028, along with time travel technology. Yay Not Cray asks, when can we live forever in the future? In the year 2033, the average human lifespan is around 130 years old. We have plans to be able to live indefinitely by the year 2045. In the year 2033, you can live forever, but it is inside of a computer simulation. Most people choose to have their brains uploaded to these simulations before they die, so they can live forever. I have been inside these simulations, and let me tell you, they're amazing, and you guys have a lot to look forward to. Kevin asks, how is school going to look like in the future, and how much will technology cost? Hey Kevin, thanks for the question. School is way different in the future. If you saw how people learn in the future, you would probably not be able to understand it. But I'm going to try to explain it the best way I can. So, people can still go to schools in the future, but they don't have to. Kids have way more rights and can actually vote in the year 2033. Due to brain implant technology, you can learn almost anything in a few minutes just by downloading it into your brain. This makes traditional school almost useless, other than the fact that you can socialize with other kids at school. For this reason, there are still schools that kids can go to if they want, but they don't have to. And in regards to how much technology costs in the future, most of the amazing technology is very cheap. You can get a super realistic virtual reality simulator for just a few dollars. And this is a computer that will cost you thousands of dollars in the year 2019. And the single world uses a single currency in the future. So I'm just telling you guys how much it costs in terms of the money system you use now. The only technology that's kind of expensive in the future is the ability to time travel. Dashless asks, hi Apex, I've been around for a while, and watching this video, I started to wonder how affordable the AI helpers are, and if you can name them what you want. And what is animal life like? You know, dogs, cats, snakes, bunnies, all of that. Do people own pets like these in the future? Thanks for the question. To answer, the AI helpers that I have talked about in previous videos that help you with your day-to-day life are very affordable. They are actually almost free. When they first come out, they are a little bit expensive, but by the year 2033, they are incredibly cheap. And yes, you can name them whatever you want. People still do have pet dogs, cats, snakes, and whatever other pets they want in the future. But most people actually have robot pets, which run off the same operating system as the AI robots. These are for people who don't really have the time to take care of a real pet. But people still do have real pets. You can have your AI helper clean up after your pet and take your dog for walks, for example. I actually do have a pet dog, and it's really nice because I don't have to remember to feed her. My robot helper does that too. Legion says, I have a question. What happened to religion after they revealed that time travel and aliens are real? That's a good question. There is still a religion in the future, but pretty much everybody is part of a single religion. I can't say exactly what that religion is, but like I said, almost everybody in the year 2033 is part of it. Angel asks, can we use time travel to alter specific events in our past lives? Theoretically, you could use time travel to alter specific events in our past, but it's not allowed because of the lack of understanding of what could cause a paradox. There's a lot of regulations when it comes to time travel in the future, and it's made sure that you don't do anything that could put the universe in danger. Maddie asks, can you just give us some winning numbers from Mega Lottery and Powerball, please? Maddie, I wish I could, but if I told you the winning lottery numbers, it could cause a paradox. That's also why it's strictly prohibited to use time travel for any type of financial gain. If I gave out the winning lottery numbers, it could have unknown implications. For example, take into consideration the butterfly effect. The butterfly effect is the idea that the simple flutter of a butterfly's wings could cause an earthquake on the opposite side of the world a year later. So could you imagine if I disclosed something as big as the winning lottery numbers? Burger Cat asks, what's the music like in the future? Oh, I'm glad someone asked this question. Oh my gosh, I cannot express to you how incredible music is in the future. It's nothing like the current music you guys have today. Music in the future is fed directly into the auditory nerve by a small needle. Don't worry, it doesn't hurt to put it in, but it then transmits the exact frequencies and sounds that stimulate your auditory nerves and release dopamine, making for the best music experience ever created. You guys will see when that comes out how amazing it is. Brooke asks, what's the highest paying job in the future? I want to start preparing. I can't exactly say what the highest paying job in the future is, but I can tell you about some of the biggest industries in the future that either are very small or don't exist in 2019. The first is asteroid mining, which is a $1 trillion industry in the year 2033. The first trillionaire in the future is someone who owns an asteroid mining company. Another huge industry in the future is nanotechnology. There's actually tiny little robots in the future that can go inside humans and cure almost any disease. Cloudy says, I've got 2 questions. 1, are there still any homeless people in the future? And 2, do you believe that humans and robots will go to war against each other? There aren't homeless people anymore in the future. This is because there are free habitats given to everyone in big cities. Also, there is no longer any food shortages in the future. The government actually gives everyone free food, solving the world hunger crisis. To answer your second question, humans and robots are getting along great in the year 2033, and I personally think that they will continue to get along great into the far future. I know a lot of people are afraid of artificial intelligence wiping out humans, but you're thinking about it the wrong way. People tend to think about the worst case scenario instead of what is more likely. Think about it this way. As people evolved and got more advanced, we became kinder and more loving. Artificial intelligence is the same way. It's actually more loving than humans. You could even go as far as saying that AI is more human than humans. I know this sounds weird, but you will have to wait and see what I mean as AI becomes more advanced. Zachary asks, can illnesses be cured instantly in 2033? Yes, they can. This is because of the nanotechnology that I mentioned earlier in this video, as well as the healthier food that is provided by the government for free. So you don't have to worry about ever getting an illness in the future, and people who have them will be able to be cured. Mo asks, what do aliens look like? It's so hard to describe what the aliens in the future look like because they look so unique. I think the only way to actually show you what they look like would be to show you a picture of them. As I said, I will be going back to the future in a couple days, and by the time you're listening to this, I'll be back in the year 2033. While I'm back in the future, I'll try to take a picture of one of the aliens and bring it back, so the next time I send a message to Apex TV, I can show the picture of the aliens as well. Would this be something you'd be interested in? To give you guys more context, even though I'm time traveling back to the year 2033, I'm only going to be there for a week or two, and then I'll be coming back to 2019 and eventually 2020 for a few more months, and I'd love to answer more of your questions. Leave any questions you have in the comments below, and then when I come back, Apex TV can send me them, and I can answer them. I look forward to hearing and answering more of your guys' questions, and I can't wait to show you a picture of what the aliens look like.